Welcome to another episode of Business Talk. I'm your host Satish Sampath. Today it's going to be a very exciting journey. We are going to talk about communication. One of the key things, one of the key pillars of your business is going to be communication. There are two segments which we have split. One is your internal communication, and another is your external communication. The scope of communication, what we have currently listed out, is specifically handled for the startups. So the list, whatever that we are going to give, we are going to call it as a basic communication pack. So this is not a comprehensive pack. There may be few things missing. There may be few things which we would have probably interpreted in a much simpler way. But we wanted to give this particular pack because these are something which you need to have it as a must going forward. Let us understand what are all the things that constitute what we call as the basic communication pack. If you are a startup and you have just started a company, and then you have just identify a company name, you have registered the company, and then you are now going to start your project or start your work. So it can be couple of things. One, you are on your own, or you are going to start hiring people, or taking office space, things like that. So this particular communication pack, what we are going to see now, will have implications of almost all type of industries. So excuse me. So you may be in software, you may be in manufacturing, you may be in trading. Okay, this basic pack will probably give you a much needed um, ammunition for you to start your normal work. So when we specifically say what is that you need, okay, the basic communication workflow which is needed for you to run your day-to-day activities, or probably start your day-to-day activities, or start your business to go smoothly. What are all the most easiest communication tools which you can use? What are all the things that you should avoid when you're dealing with an internal communication? And as we keep telling, branding is extremely important. So how should you imbibe your branding message into all your communication? So, continuing that, the first thing is your corporate formation. So, that's a legal and accounting based on thing. So, we are just keeping that outside the view. So, your company is formed. So, what is the first thing? The first thing is you need to know, you need to put a list of what are all the things that you are going to do. We are going to call it as an internal service listing. There is no specific format for it, there is no specific guideline for it, there is no specific thing saying that it has to be exactly looking like this. Okay, do what is comfortable for you, but the point of this video is you should do it. You should have these things in your hand. The next is your mission statement and vision statement. This is, starting from a startup to a billion-dollar company, everybody talks about mission statement and vision statement. Let me put it to you in a very simple way. Mission statement is, what is the objective of your business? Why did you start this business? Ask that question. Okay. Whatever answer that comes to your mind, okay, put that in writing. Okay. Your vision statement. Okay, fine. So I want to achieve to that level. Okay. The next thing is, what is my first step of achievement? Where should I first reach? Which is my first step? Okay. My mission can be a very broad, a benchmarking, a milestone kind of a statement. But my vision statement is something which is finite, which is something is achievable and then you can quantify it based on time. This is something which is really required. If you're going to print it out and put it as a poster, well and good. If you're not, at least write it down and keep it. As a founder, you need to exactly know why you started this company and what is that you want to achieve in the first time zone. The next is your product or your process, your delivery guidelines. This is extremely important, friends, because without this, what happens is we will always go to the way where we do things where we are comfortable with. Okay. Unless you put it in writing, things may not be exactly same as it progresses. Okay. So keeping this in point, now all these things are ready. Now you are ready for hiring. Now somebody else is coming inside your organization as an employee. So what is the first thing that you do? You need to send them a letter which says that why don't you come down for an interview, or it can be a telephonic call. Why don't you just dial in, or it can be in today's context. It can even be a Zoom call. The communication is important. How are you going to call them? Because each and every word of this communication is going to give them a confidence that yes, I'm going to go for an interview which is worth it, and I have to do all my best to get inside this company. Okay. What is the next step? Your offer letter. You like a candidate and you're going to present an offer letter. The offer letter is extremely important. This is exactly like sending a quotation to a client. This speaks volume about what exactly the employee is expecting from a company. This is not an appointment letter. This is an offer letter. This is much important than an appointment letter. Most of the times, what happens is offer letter is they make it into skeleton, and they say that like if you say yes, the rest of the things will be covered in the appointment letter. Okay, don't follow what a very big branded companies are doing it. They have a big brand name and they recruit thousands and thousands of people, and people easily go inside. You are a startup. You have to put your message on the board. So offer letter communication is extremely important. And then comes letter of appointment. This is a letter where you have to make them proud. Okay, make them believe that okay, welcome to the family, or welcome to the organization, welcome to the community. So this is a letter of pride. Holding this letter, each and every candidate should feel proud that yes, I have achieved. So communication in this is very important. Communication strategy in this is very important. Each word, how you are forming it, is very important. As a startup, if you're a technical startup, if you do not have experience in drafting all these things, take some help from branding companies, marketing companies. Okay. There are other things which are also important. As a startup, you will not be focusing on that. But with this video, I want to emphasize that you should concentrate on that, which are the intellectual property protection, the code of conduct, the other statutory guidelines, if at all it is required for your industries. Do not leave that. It is very important. Don't leave it. Even though you are a small company, you are part of a bigger industry. Okay, aspire to be like them. Inspire your uh, inspire your candidates or inspire your employees, so that looking at these things they feel that yes, I have joined the road which will take me to the destiny. And then internal corporate induction document, like when they are coming inside, put up a document which is extremely clear to them. Okay. And the other thing is do's and don'ts based on your industry. If there is anything specific which I have not mentioned, which is part of your industry, please make sure that like it is getting covered. The other thing is your business is now starting, everything is going on, you now have a client, and then you starting to build. This is not the time where you have to suddenly say that okay, fine, let me call my auditor and ask him what is that I have to do. No, during the start itself, put a document, a simple document, which says that if I get a client, if I have to build, this is how I'm going to build it. These are the tools that I'm going to use. These are my audit guidelines in which I'm going to use my accounting standards, or these are my. It can be a very, very, very basic, the way that you understand. It need not be something which is being, told by, gold rated auditor. Not needed. These are documents for your comfort and your clarity. Write it the way that you understand. Okay. And the other things like, the government guidelines, the TDS, GST, VAT. VAT is specifically for other countries. All the viewers who are looking at this video who are not in India, VAT guidelines applies. Your VAT guidelines applies for you. Other taxes, if at all something which we do not know, those things, put it in writing. Okay. Um, ESI, PF, and other employee benefits, put it in writing. ESOP, employee stock options. As much as possible, try to use ESOP. Okay, make them feel part of your company. If you believe in a vision, try to make sure that you involve your employees also into their vision, and be truthful. If you achieve that milestone, make sure that their ESOP is meaningful. They get some benefit out of that. Explain very clearly what are all the allowances and bonus, how you are going to do it, who is eligible for what, everything, put it in writing on day one. The numbers may vary, the number of people may come, may increase, the hierarchy may differ, but at least put a basic document in place. The last point is extremely important: a corporate directory. When I say a corporate directory, it need not be 100 people. It can even be 2 people. It can even be 3 people. It can be internal people or an external people. Okay. Tell your employees who can be contacted for what job. If they have a doubt, this is the person that you should call for this particular activity. Put it up. This is very important. Most of the startups in this new age, like they all do all these WhatsApp and things like that. The communication is getting cluttered. Okay, try to simplify your communication. WhatsApp is good, but WhatsApp is only a supplementary activity. You have to imbibe your communication with basic protocols, frameworks. Okay, and then these are the tools which are supplementary or ancillary for those frameworks. It can be WhatsApp, it can be Telegram, it can be whatever it is, but the framework is important. That is what we are trying to put it. Emergency contact list, very important. Employee medical emergency documents, there should be a where, like you have to include what blood type they are, who is the family emergency contact, where they live. We have absolutely no idea emergency will strike. Okay. The best thing is be ready for that. And these are things which are very, very important, very easy to do, but very, very important. So all I'm trying to tell you is that these are the internal documents which, as a startup founder, you should make it ready with you on day one. If you like this video, subscribe to our channel, like our video, share our video with your friends, connect with me in Facebook, LinkedIn, and Twitter. We'll be very happy to listen to you. Comment on the section below. I will see you all in my next video. Thank you very much.